I told you about e-invoice.
Yes.
What did I tell you about e-invoice? Definitely I will tell you again. Just want to understand whether you understood what I told you.
E-bill.
E-bill, right? Electronic bill. So what I told you is, if my turnover is crossing certain limit, then I have, apart from the invoice that I prepare either manually or through software, I have to also prepare an invoice electronically on GST website. There is a separate website for it. I think on the website addresses I have given you e-invoice website as well, right? So whether that e-invoice is applicable to you or not, to this particular business or not, if applicable, from which year or which date, right? And I told you that in e-way bill you will write that this item is going from this particular place to that particular place. How it is defined? Through the PIN code. In the same way, in e-invoice you have to write the place of supply. Okay? So that you have to mention over there, that I am supplying from Hyderabad or from Tegamada, whatever it is. Got it? Any doubts till now? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Next is e-way bill. I told you, right? If you are transferring the goods from one place to another place, we will definitely talk about it later as well. Just giving you a glimpse. If you are transferring goods from one place to another place and the value of the good is more than 50,000, you are supposed to create a bill apart from your normal bill, apart from your e-invoice, just for the way. That is the reason it is called electronic way bill. And the validity will be according to the place it is traveling, right? Whether e-way bill you are preparing or not. For certain goods, e-way bill is not required. For example, gold. Till now, for gold, at least in Telangana, it is not there. I heard that Assam or Arunachal Pradesh, somewhere it has started, Karnataka or somewhere. Why it is not there? Because because gold is a high value item, if I electronically write that I am transferring the goods from this place to another place, there are many great minds, hijackers are there. They might hijack and see, and they will know that the item is moving and it is moving in so and so vehicle, because I have to write the vehicle number as well in there. It will be very, very problematic. That is the reason they have been exempted for preparing the e-way bill. So it is asking you whether e-way bill is applicable to you or not. Okay? And I told you applicable from, and whether it is applicable for intrastate also or interstate. That within the state is it applicable or not. Okay? And I told you, right? So whenever you are moving out of from screen, it will ask whether I should accept or not. So I told you there are three options to do it. First is you can press enter and it will accept. Second is you can press Y and it will accept. Third is you can use mouse and it is accept. It will accept. Let me introduce to you another thing. There are certain shortcuts in Tally.
Control plus A.
Right? So one of the shortcut is Control A. What it is? To accept any page, Control
A.
Control
A.
Right? Where do you see that? In Tally everything is there on the screen. You can see it here. Okay? So if there are two underline bars, if there are two, then you have to use Control and that alphabet. If there is only one
Alt.
underline, then you have to use Alt. That will be very helpful. Please try to remember this. Okay? If there are two underlines, then it is Control. If it is one underline,
Alt.
and that alphabet that is written over there. Understood?
Yes.
Right? So either you can select yes from here, or you can select accept from here, or you can press enter, or you can press Y, or you can press Control plus A. There are 5 ways to accept, and all the ways are correct. Okay? So as of now I am pressing enter. Taxation में एक लाइन और होगी. ठीक है? So the next is set alter GST rates and other details. This will talk later. ठीक है? There is a separate class that will happen for it. Next is enable.
TDS.
I told you about TDS. So whatever I am telling, there is some connection here or there. I already told you about TDS. So let's see what all are there. If I say yes, as I told you, like GSTN number, you will get a TAN number. ठीक है, TDS account number, TDS account number, tax deduction account number, registration number, whatever number the government will provide, you have to write it over there. Then registration number is there, TAN number is there. Then whether you are a company or an individual or HUF. I told you about HUF.
Yes.
Individual divided family. They can also be a PAN card holder. I told you about that, right? Then, which is the deductor branch or division? Means who is deducting the tax. Then you have to write the person who is responsible to deduct the tax. Okay? The name of the person, the designation of the person, daughter of his or her PAN number, the address, area, location, mobile, blah blah blah. All the details you have to write. Why it is required? It is required when you are filing the TDS returns. That is the reason Tally is taking you. It is a one-time activity, right? And I told you that there are certain exemption limit. For example, if I am giving you some lecture or as a trainer, till the time I get 30,000 amount, there is no TDS deductible. If the amount is more than 30,000, then TDS has to be deducted. So it is saying ignore IT limit for TDS deduction. If you want to ignore the limit and deduct everything, you can say yes. If you say no, then whatever IT limit is there, automatically will show. Ardhamainda?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Next, activate TDS for stock item as well. I will say no. Next is, did I tell you about TCS as well?
Yes.
Pani pino bhi dalla. Can I have water? What do you mean by TCS?
Tax collection.
The same fashion, same thing has to be written over here. All the details as I told you in TDS, the same has to be written here. Next is VAT. Why VAT is given here? Why VAT is given here? Because Tally Prime came into picture on which date?
2020.
2020. But when did GST came into picture?
2017.
So the VAT was not there itself, right? Why did it came? Why did Tally give TAN? Company was it is there. One good point is that there are certain items on which GST is not levied till now. For example, petrol and liquor. So state government said that majority of my revenue comes from liquor. Please don't take it under GST. Let it be in our hands only. So still in liquor, VAT is there. So if the liquor business or the petrol business owner is using Tally, he or she will use this VAT. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Next is
Excise.
exercise. Did I tell you there is something called exercise duty?
Yes.
For that, this is there. And service tax. Next, I told you, right, you can access Tally remotely from other location. Did I tell you?
Yes.
You can use a feature of yes, and you can browse the reports from tally.net. There is a website I will show you. Maybe in the advanced Tally class I will show you. You can actually go ahead and browse your Tally data on your mobile directly. So you have to make the feature yes over here, then only you can browse it from your mobile. You will get a username and password of .net as well. Then what do you mean by payroll? Payroll. Have you heard about it? Payroll epudu vinnara? Are you all job aspirants? You don't want to do jobs? You want to? Okay. When you want to do job, payroll will be a very important feature in your jobs. Have you heard about HR? What does HR do? First important point is they will recruit people. After the person is recruited, is the job over for HR?
No.
What is the second thing they will do? And yes, and
Salary last.
Sorry, sir?
Salary last.
Salaries, very important function of HR, right? How much salary has to be given, whether person is coming daily or not, attendance, maintenance. Then there are some payroll or HR rules being defined by labor department. That also they have to comply. For example, when they are paying salary to you, if your salary is more than certain limit, they have to collect TDS from you and pay it to the government. And when they are paying it to the government, they will give you Form 16 stating that this is your salary or pay slip, and we have deducted so and so tax and we have paid to the government. While filing your income tax return, your CA will definitely ask you Form 16. So he or she, CA, will know this was your salary, this is the number of working days, and what you are getting in your bank, what all it constitutes. And I mean that while speaking about salary, they will give you basic amount, then HA, HRA, leave travel allowances, TA, DA, different things they will write. So all that will come under your pay slip. And then whatever they are deducting, they will show it to the government, it will come under Form 16. Right? So not only inventory, not only accounts, not only taxation, you can also do payroll management in tax. If you are CA, because managing employees is one of the major tasks in any firm or any business as well. Yes?
Yes.
Sure. So you can maintain payroll, and there are some statutory law of payroll. Next is enable payment request to share payment link. Sure. This is the new feature of Tally. So nowadays, sometimes you see that whenever a person gives you an invoice, on that invoice they are also printing QR code, because everything is nowadays online, right? So with that QR code, if you just scan it, you will be able to pay that amount. The whole details will come and you will be able to pay. So this is a new feature of Tally, if you want to enable it or not. The next point is enable multiple business. So sometimes it happens that you have got one primary location or head office, and then you will have some branch offices or godowns. Inventory is kept in that godown, this godown, there. So you have to maintain all that. So that is the reason enable multiple addresses are given. Mark modified voucher. What does that mean? So once you prepare a voucher, if you are modifying, because it's software, right? You can do it. It's not a written thing. कि एक बार लिख दिया तो you cannot make a change. So if you go ahead and make the change again, then if you want to make a mark of it, that somebody will know about it, that you have